everyone, it's Ben from Trekitt and we're out here with Harry today again, as always. Fortunately this time we've been able to make it up to the beautiful Lake District. We're just above Ambleside on Wansfell Pike. I hope I got that right. Sorry for any Cumbrians out there if I got it a bit wrong. But we're out here today to talk about the Haglöfs L.I.M Jacket. So stay tuned throughout this video to learn what this jacket is, what it does, and our overall thoughts on this super light waterproof jacket. So what is the L.I.M Jacket? To understand a little bit more about the L.I.M Jacket, it's first worth talking about the acronym that L.I.M is in the name. And that's something that Haglofs have been working on for about 20 years. And the L.I.M stands for less is more. And it's as much a mindset as it is anything else. And they've released a whole product feature set with a line of jackets that essentially they take away any features they don't think you need for the jacket to still perform, which means you get a lighter weight product that essentially will keep you nice and dry if it happens to be a GORE-TEX waterproof, but you lose some of the other features you don't necessarily need, or they're just a little bit more pared back so they don't get in the way of the overall function of the jacket. And that's what really stands out about the L.I.M Jacket itself. It is a waterproof GORE-TEX Paclite jacket, and just being called the L.I.M Jacket really is the clue there, because you get a really pared back feature set that then means it's super packable and it's just nice and lightweight so that you can chuck it in your pack when you're not using it. Otherwise, when you've got it on, you still feel nice and protected, but without all that extra weight and some of the other features that can get in the way of actually the core function of the jacket, which is just keeping you dry and keeping you out of the wind. So what's the L.I.M Jacket made from? The L.I.M Jacket is primarily made from GORE-TEX Paclite Plus, which is the latest generation of the Paclite waterproof membrane from GORE-TEX. It differs from the older versions of Paclite in the sense that Paclite used to be a little bit clammy feeling, especially if it was worn next to skin, and didn't breathe quite as well as other types of GORE-TEX, just because it was that 2.5 layer membrane. GORE-TEX Paclite Plus has improved on that massively, so you get a much nicer feeling jacket. It is still 2.5 layer, so it is very lightweight. The jacket in size large, which this one happens to be, comes in at approximately 230 grams, so incredibly lightweight for a waterproof jacket, so you hardly notice it if you do stash it in your pack. This is then obviously waterproof, windproof and breathable because of that Paclite membrane. And then the outer material of this jacket is a 20 denier mini ripstop fabric in this lovely orange colour, which I quite like. And that 20 denier fabric feels substantial enough that it doesn't feel like you're throwing on something that you have to be really careful with. But obviously the limitations of this jacket will come into play if you're using it in sort of harder wearing environments where you'd step up to something else from Haglofs, like say their rock GORE-TEX jacket or something else from their range that's got a thicker, heavier denier fabric. This fabric is then complemented by the DWR coating on the top over the surface layer, which helps keep the jacket water repellent. But that is a chemical treatment on the outer of the jacket that will require reproofing, rewashing over time as you use the jacket. And that really just helps maintain the breathability of the jacket and just generally keeping the jacket in much better condition, so you stay nice and dry on the inside and you're not sort of sweating too much because it's nice and breathable. So what are the features of the L.I.M Jacket? The L.I.M Jacket has a very pared back feature set. As I said, the clue was in the name with the whole less is more ethos that they're going with this particular line of products. So you've got everything that you would need for it to be a waterproof jacket, and it cuts back on a few of the features to save a little bit of weight. Most notable of that is going to be the pocket layout of this jacket. You only get a single external pocket, perfect for stashing your hat, some snacks. I think I've got a snack in here today, always, not jelly beans this time. And that's really the only storage that you get on this jacket. Wouldn't recommend storing any sort of valuable electronics, things like that in there, because they can't guarantee that this will stay 100% waterproof because of the zips. But for everything else, snacks, it's a perfect little pocket for that. Otherwise, feature set on this jacket, obviously 100% waterproof thanks to the GORE-TEX Paclite with taped seams and all of that. So it is nice and waterproof. And then you've got a 3-point adjustable hood on the top that is very much head compatible, not helmet compatible. So you can still cinch it right down because you've got the adjustment toggles on the front here and then one on the back. We'll get Harry to do a few close-ups of these so you can see them a little bit better in the video. So that hood is nice and adjustable and keeps things nicely in check. Moving down further onto the bottom hem of the jacket, you do get some draw cord adjusters. So you get one on each side. They are very minimal, but they are perfectly functional. So you can cinch in the jacket so it will stay and it will stop that hem from rising up when you're using it, and help seal in a little bit more warmth when you're using the jacket. Other than that, you get elasticated cuffs, which are nice and comfortable and help seal things out, but you can pop the sleeve if you need to and it will hold nicely pulling up. I'm not going to do that today because I've got a few other layers on. And then on the back of the jacket, which I'm not going to turn around because Harry made me do a pirouette in the last video and it was a little bit strange. Although I'm sure you all enjoyed it. There is an external hanging loop on the outside of this jacket for hanging up. The only other little feature, sorry, Harry was going to turn the camera off, I had to stop him there. The only other little feature that you've got that is a little bit of an interesting one, you might notice on the inside cuff, you have a tiny little hanging loop only on the right hand sleeve. And that is because this jacket is designed without a two-way zip on the pocket, so you can't stuff it in there. It's so that you can turn the sleeve inside out and stuff it into the sleeve, and then you've got a hanging loop so that you can clip the jacket into a rucksack, a harness, things like that if you are using it in those environments. But what I would tend to do with this jacket, just because it's a little bit easier, same as I do with any waterproof jacket, would be to just fold it up and roll it up into its hood, and then you get a nice little waterproof burrito that you can just pop in your pack afterwards. So the important question, how does the L.I.M jacket fit? So this particular model is in a size large. I am 6'3" with a roughly 44-inch chest, last time I measured, and this fits me really well. Being a Scandinavian brand, they do tend to lend themselves, at least in their men's jackets, to having a slightly longer sleeve on them, which is great for me because I've got quite long arms. But this jacket fits really well and there's enough room underneath it. Today I've got a base layer and then a sort of a lightweight fleece mid layer on, but there's still enough room in this jacket to put a little bit more on if you needed to. But they do definitely tailor this jacket as a little bit more of a slim, more athletic fit, just because of the way that the jacket is supposed to be used. Some of the other jackets in Haglofs range will be a little bit more generous in their fit than this guy, or you may find that if you're looking to layer it up over other more bulky layers, say sort of a down jacket or a synthetically insulated jacket, you might need to size up if it is quite a bulky fit. But realistically, you're going to be wearing this either next to skin or over the sort of layers I'm wearing today. To shop our full range of colours, or if you'd like to learn a little bit more about this jacket or any of the other products we stock, Harry will pop a link to the L.I.M jacket on the screen somewhere now. Somewhere on the screen somewhere, I don't know exactly where, he likes to change it. But in that case, if you click on that link, you'll be able to find out a little bit more about the jacket. Anything else, you can always contact us either direct in the service centre or through our customer service team, where we'll be happy to help. You can also pop a comment down in the YouTube and Harry will be the one who will be able to respond to you. Great, that's all for now. Take care and we'll see you in the next one.